This is not a joke. This is not a meme. We're here for real. We are here for real. Hey everyone, Anthony Fantano here, internet's busiest music nerd. Thank you for watching on YouTube this amazing and exclusive interview with the one, the only, the big dog, the big bear, the lion, Mario Judah. Dude.
Yeah! Let's go!
We're going. I promise you we're going. All right.
And you know where we're going? You want to know?
We're going
Rockstar Land. We're going to Rockstar Land. Yeah.
You know, listen. I know everybody asks. Where the fuck is Mario Judah? But
you want to know? Honestly,
no. I don't want to know that. I don't want to know that.
Okay.
What I want to know is how the fuck is Mario Judah?
Oh, hey, I fuck with you. Fist bump, man. Yeah, fuck with you, man. He is doing well, and like I said, where the fuck is Mario Judah is also a good question. He is in Rockstar Land, but how is Mario Judah? He is doing amazing. Yeah.
All right. So I'm glad to know that. Thank you.
Agreed. Well, likewise.
So let's start with what's happening most recently with this big track that you just dropped. This track, this EP that you also have coming out very soon. Everybody knows at this point who's been following the connections to this material, to Playboi Carti, all the posts that you've been putting up just to try to drive him to come out with a whole lot of red. Why are you doing this? Why is this being done?
I want him to drop. Like, it has to be dropped. It's been 2 years. Like, it's uncalled for. Like, I'm like genuinely upset about it. Like, it's not even all right, because here's the thing. Like, before I blew up or whatever like that, like, I was one of the fans that was in his comment section, like, yo, drop a lot of red. And I'm just a regular 300 follower fan. Like, he's not going to see my comment. So it's just like now, like, when I have my mind set on stuff, even when I don't like accomplish them right then and there, like, I knew, all right, I'm lit now. I'm like famous now. Let me use my platform to get this man to drop his album because I really want to hear it. Like, I really am a genuine fan. Like, let me be the face of all the Carti fans to get this man to drop his album. You know what I'm saying? And I figured, look, if I get his attention or try to alert him or scare him by saying that I'm going to make a song sound exactly like him, like, what rapper wants that to happen, right? So I did that to try and, like, force him to drop it. And, we're at Christmas now. So, I mean, I made some progress. We're at Christmas. We now know that's dropping Christmas. And I feel like had I never done that, we probably would have never got it until like freaking 3 years.
At this point, do you feel like that is 100% true? Do you feel like we're going to get that Christmas drop?
Bro, like, we have to. I mean, bro, honestly, we need it now. We need it yesterday. But, I mean, it is, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, all the dates that he says, bro, it just never happens. And it's just frustrating. You know what I'm saying? Like, he really needs to come through and, like, drop it, like, now. I don't even want to wait till Christmas. Like, I'm still going to continue to threaten him with songs because he might lie again, bro. Like, Playboi Carti is to not be trusted when it comes to dates, bro. He's not to be trusted because he has lied time and time again.
So in the midst of doing this and this process of coming out with these tracks that sound like Playboi Carti tracks, and honestly, in terms of like quality and just the visceral quality of them, I think they're like on par. I think they it sounds just as good. Do you think that this could put you in a position where you're essentially filling that lane if he's not coming out with new music?
If he is not gonna deliver the world what we need, then I will do it for him until further notice, bro. Like, here's the thing, like, we love Carti because of his music, not because of his antics or things like clout shit or whatever because he doesn't do clout shit. Like, there's some artists out there, and we know, like, we only care about them or give attention to them because of little dumb shit that they might do on Instagram, right? That's why we actually, you know what I'm saying? But Carti, he's different. we actually fuck with the guy's music. So it's like, if he's not giving us that, we're going to be upset, bro. Like, and we are, and we're mad and we're fed up. So I'm here to help the world and save it, because he won't. Like, we need a whole lot of red. We need the baby voice Carti. Like, we need it. And we're tired of waiting.
So, you're not literally leaking his album or putting out literal ripoffs of songs that, he's ready to release, but has, sort of your attempts here to recreate his sound in your own way. Has that presented any threats or legal issues for you or anything? Or you've been just kind of given the ability to do what you're doing?
Nah, because like that's really me on the song. Like, that's
I know.
That's literally to threaten him to drop. Like, I want this to annoy him and make him be like, damn, I have to drop because this kid keeps making fire songs that sound like me. I have to hurry up and drop. Like, I can't keep taking this. I want him to feel that right now. Like, I don't care about him mentioning me or like freaking adding me back on Twitter. I don't give a fuck. I don't care if he doesn't even ever DM me. I don't even care. I want the album. That's all I care about. I want Roll Out of Red from Playboi Carti.
What do you feel like as a fan and, observing the very slow non-rollout of this record? What do you feel like is holding it up at this point? Is it Carti
bro, like
personally?
Nothing. Bro, like, there's no, bro. If I just freaking created it in like a week and I'm the one making the beat, engineer, putting in all this work, why in the world a dude with a freaking engineer who records him, makes all the beats for him, has an entire label behind him, it's taking 2 years? It makes no sense. You can't tell me otherwise.
Well, what?
I am one man. Look at this computer, this microphone. There's no excuse. Get it done.
What if it took till June to make it perfect?
Then I'm going to be releasing a whole lot of red until June, and that's a fact.
Okay. All right. I mean, well, I'd love to listen to that too. But I mean, in regards to
and I hope you don't, bro. Like, I'm tired of, like, you feel me? Like, it's his music, bro. Like, I'm trying to get back to my rock star shit and do it like
wait. That's what I want to know about, though, because the thing is, this whole thing seems like it's taking up a lot of your bandwidth, and you're an artist who, at a time where you have this really huge viral single, a couple of big viral singles out, you should be focusing on, most people would assume you should be focusing on your own stuff. How much is this sort of taking you off of track of that?
Bro, I fuck with Playboi Carti that much. It's to the point, like, where it was like, look, I know that I'm the most popping dude, whatever. I'm willing to put my career on hold to give the world what they freaking deserve, bro. We deserve a whole lot of red. The world deserves it, period. There's no ifs, ands, or buts, or even maybes, or whatevers, or kindas. Like, we need that fucking album, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I figured if I could do this is going to get him to drop the album. And I mean, we're at Christmas now. He gave us the date, so that's okay. It's not good because it should have been dropped freaking 2 seconds ago, like now, but we're getting closer, bro. And I'm just glad that we're making progress and it's been an official date or whatever, but like, once he drops Whole Lot of Red, that I've completed my mission. I'm back to doing what I'm doing. But until then,
I mean, I know that you really want the record to come out, and I have no doubt.
The album, like,
I have no doubt. I do not doubt your passion, but how long are you willing to put off, bro, like, your own progression? Because the way that things are currently, you'd be thinking like Mario Judah in sort of a normal circumstance.
Yeah.
Album or mixtape in 2021, maybe a double XL freshman cover. But the thing is, like, if all of that is being put off because of Playboi Carti, like, you're potentially, like, giving up an opportunity,
Like, we need the album.
Okay.
All right, bro. I'm a fan of the people. I am the word. I am the leader right now. And I'm speaking for all Carti fans. I'm riding for them, bro. We need the album. We need it. Everybody say in the chat, we need the album. Say it now. We need the album in caps. We need the album. We need the album. We need the album.
They're saying it now.
They're saying it, aren't they? I know. We need the album. Yeah.
They are saying it. They are
Yeah.
now saying it.
Yeah.
They're saying
Because
it
they're
multiple
real rock
times.
stars. That's why they're saying it. We need the album.
Well, I mean, regardless of how long all of that, your own, personal artistic trajectory gets put off here, I still do want to talk a little bit about that and sort of the unique crossroads that, your music seems to sit at currently in terms of, fusing hip hop and fusing rock and fusing metal, which I mean, a lot of artists as of late have been doing to some degree, but you're doing it in such a way where stylistically and vocally, I can't really think of, like a classic or sort of a super well-known rapper that your style reminds me of. Like when I hear your stuff, I'm reminded more of like, I don't know, maybe a Disturbed song or something like that. The front man of Disturbed, his vocals, remind me quite a bit of your shit a little bit.
Yeah, well, essentially I'm not rapping. I've never made a rap song until I started making like the whole lot of rap. Because Playboi Carti, he's a rapper, he raps, but the stuff I do, I'm just singing. I'm just being a rock star. So yeah, so that's probably why it doesn't sound like any rapper. Because I'm legit being a rock star on the track. I'm just meshing it with hip hop, Yeah.
And how far do you see yourself being able to kind of push that fusion? Do you have ambitions or sort of like ideas kind of like, on the back burner that you're like trying to, pull off to kind of bring that further?
Not right now. I'm focused on a whole lot of rap, honestly. No jokes. Like this isn't like that's my mindset. Like I'm a person where like if I have my mind set to something, this has to be done beforehand. I wanted to make it whatever big song, whatever, be in a position, I did that. All right, what's the next thing? Oh, I want Carti to drop his album. All right, bet. You know what I'm saying? Now, once I get him to drop his album, then, new goals will be set. I want to do this. I want to do that. I want to do this. You know what I'm saying? I want to save the world. You know what I'm saying? I want to give everybody a cup of water one day in their hand, like single-handedly. Like, I want to do that. I actually do want to do that. No cap. I really want to do that. Yeah.
But I mean, speaking about your musical ambitions, and I guess maybe even some of your inspirations too, like, what's some of your musical diet growing up, or I guess even today, is
For the rock aesthetic?
Yeah, sure. I mean, is it sort of like an equal blend of hip hop and rock and metal, or is it, something else? I mean, let us know what sort of like your formative music listening years are kind of like.
Yeah. So for my music, it's 50% hip hop and rock. So, like when I started making beats, my inspiration was like people like Chief Keef, Migos, Young Thug, and that was for the production side, not like rapping or anything like that. That was like the beats that they were rapping on. I wanted to try and make beats like that as a producer starting. It was like 4 years ago when I started making beats. Now, when I started being an artist, I didn't have any inspiration from a rapper to be an artist. I had inspiration from actual rock bands to be an artist, such as Disturbed, Five Finger Death Punch, Breaking Benjamin, Pantera. Those are like real rock bands is what like inspired me to be an artist. It wasn't like a rapper or anything like that because I don't rap. So yeah, that's where that like main influence comes from. So I just take that, the rock aesthetic and the influence, and I just put it on the trap beat that I make.
Do any other artists doing something similar to a degree? I mean, how aware are you of like the work of like a horror, like, some of Rico Nasty's more like thrash riff inspired bangers and that
fire.
sort of thing?
Yeah, he's fire.
Yeah. And sort of like going forward and doing things like hypothetically, I don't know, crossing over with other artists or collaborating. I mean, does the prospect of jumping on a track with Rico Nasty excite you more than, I don't know, let's say hypothetically, the prospect of hopping on a track with like Avenged Sevenfold?
That will be way more lit to me. way more lit. Rico Nasty is fire, but Avenged Sevenfold, come on.
Well, I mean, again, just sort of like your vocal style, it just sort of seems like it'd be a more natural.
Compare me, which is amazing. That's a great compliment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In terms of like, your current independence in the music industry, have labels been like chasing you down or fielding you or anything?
Yeah.
I mean,
right now, but yeah, even when like Diver Rough blew up, it was a lot, and like when it was happening, I was very grateful for it. Like for like a company, organization, whatever it is, to take notice in what it is that I'm doing, my craft, what it is that I love to do, and be willing to put me in position to where I could profit off from it. It's obviously a blessing. But my thing is like, I'm not going to sign into a situation or do anything if it's not going to benefit my fans. Like, you know, because like at the end of the day, like they're taking a liking into me and appreciating me and you know, inspired by me. Like I need to be able to move and operate as smooth as possible for them to be able to enjoy it and still like, you know what I'm saying, like appreciate it. Because like as soon as you sign and you do something stupid, then it's like now the fans have to suffer. You know what I mean? Now they can't get what it is that they love and that they appreciate. So like it has to benefit them first. Like if it's not in their, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm just still independent. You know what I mean? That's how I do it.
Yeah, I mean, without the right deal, it could hypothetically create a situation where you have an album coming out, but it's not coming out, and then someone else is recording your songs for you, and then is sort of doing songs in your style, and then just coming out with an album or an EP sort of named after the album that you're supposed to drop. You could be in a Playboi Carti type situation. Just saying, it's potential. You know,
yeah, yeah. You like rock music? Like the fact that you mentioned Disturbed and Avenged Sevenfold is pretty lit.
I mean, yeah, I mean, I do, but I mean, you know, like the specific strain of new metal that vocally you sort of seem to borrow from the most. Like I grew up on like in high school, you know, like when I was in high school, I was on a steady diet of like, you know, a lot of hardcore hip hop too, but like especially Korn and Disturbed and, you know, freaking Slipknot. And,
I was just gonna say Slipknot. All right.
Yeah,
all right.
yeah. Like, you know, like when I was in high school, that's when their breakout record came out. That's when Iowa came out. You know, I still have like my Marilyn Manson records and everything. I mean, you know, I listen to like a lot of those bands.
You know who Seven Dust is? You like that?
Yeah, I remember Seven Dust. I remember like, oh God, there were so like I used to go to Ozfest and everything. Like, you know, like I'm telling you, like I saw tons of those fucking bands and like, you know, got a lot of those CDs and went to a lot of those concerts. System of a Down, fucking love System of a Down.
I was just gonna say that System of a Down. Fuck yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you know, it's interesting how a lot of that is kind of coming back into style because, you know, like when I'll say like around the early to mid 2000s in terms of like its chart position and the radio play and everything, it was really like dying down. And then culturally, I think like a lot of critics sort of looked back on it and said, well, that's kind of a red herring. It was a dead end. It didn't really go anywhere. But now there are like a lot of young up and coming hip hop inspired artists who are like bringing those aesthetics back, or like, you know, those heavy chugging riffs will pop up in the beat, or they'll be less shy to like scream on a track too. And I feel like, I just think creatively, it's just something that nobody, you know, who was alive during that era really saw coming, because it just sort of seemed like something that came, it went, it was gone. A lot of people look back on that rap metal stuff as cringe, even though you do have sort of, you know, examples of like Rage Against the Machine as being like really classic shit. But, you know, for the most part, when people talk about rap metal, they think about Limp Bizkit, for example. And again, you know, just like thought of that as being done and over and just completely irrelevant now. But now it sort of is, you know, coming full circle, but almost in reverse. And you know, I think you're a part of that.
Yeah, I mean, I appreciate it. Wow. Yeah, I mean, to know that like I'm cultivated and, you know, introducing the science, because like you got like my age and younger, like a lot of us kids, bro, like don't really like know what rock music really is. Like we grew up only on like hip hop and like, you know, like Thug, Migos, like that's all we was listening to. Like me, like my pops, like he was playing a lot of rock music, so I was able to like get up on like what it was, because like he was playing at a young age. So yeah.
And what kind of, you know, and what artists and sort of like what era was he like exposing you to?
For him, really like a lot of Pantera mainly, honestly, a lot of Pantera mainly. But like on my own, it was obviously Pantera, Five Finger Death Punch, and Breaking Benjamin.
Yeah, I mean, Vulgar Display of Power is just like classic as fuck.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah. Like without any doubt whatsoever. You know, are to sort of move a little bit deeper, are you like, I don't know, into any sludge metal or doom metal or anything like that? Like a, you know, a Mastodon or like a Sleep,
you know who Heavy Low?
Come again?
Heavy Low? You know who that is?
No, but come again?
Heavy Low?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nah, but bro, I just death metal for sure. Like metal. It's so, bro. It's just like what I really like mainly. I just love like the metal aspect of like how it gets aggressive, but it's still melodic in the same way. You know what I'm saying? Like Chester, like the thing he would do with his voice, bro. Like he would be like, oh, but it would still be like melodic. Like, you know what I'm saying? He would still hit the notes, which was nuts. Like that's amazing.
Yeah,
And then
I don't know why Linkin Park didn't. Yeah, I don't know why Linkin Park didn't come up earlier. That's you know,
legends, man.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, they're one of the few bands I think of that era that like people never really lost touch with. I think a lot of those bands and a lot of those groups, either because their music didn't age well, or even, you know, just like in the case of System of a Down, they just stopped coming out with new shit. You know, or even like Tool, you know, just like stopped coming out with new shit. You know, as a result of that, you know, a lot of those classic groups, again, you know, either sort of like losing steam or just not dropping new stuff, they're kind of created this void that you're sort of talking about in a way where you grow up on a certain thing and in a certain vacuum because there's nothing else being kind of presented to you. But then when you kind of, you know, roll the clocks back, you're discovering this stuff that, you know, essentially was like, I guess covered up by time in a way, you know? And it's weird to see what artists do and, you know, don't sort of get that treatment, especially like considering how huge Linkin Park was back in the day. I mean, you know, that record they did with Jay-Z was like one of the biggest cultural moments at the time. Like when I was in college, when I was younger, you could not get the fuck away from that record. Like, you know, anytime you heard Linkin Park play on the radio at that time, like you knew it was going to be the Jay-Z version because it was like, it was that popular. It was that all over the place.
Yeah.
And, you know,
for a while.
Yeah. And you know, it's interesting just how that wave kind of came out, and now just like, you know, these combinations of rap and metal are just sort of like, you know, becoming so much more popular again, but they're, you know, having a just going in a different direction. But well,
let me say this, like just to give more of like an insight as to why I'm doing it. Like, yes, I love rock, I love metal, it's amazing, but when I started doing that style, I didn't have a mindset of let me make it sound rock. In fact, the start of this year, like I spoke before, you know, how I transitioned and trying to, you know, start songwriting. And then, you know, people were telling me, you know, put these records out or whatever, they're good. You know, January of this year, I just got super depressed. Like nothing was working out for me. I was trying to make it as a producer and just make it. You've heard the story, you know, with me and everything. And then, of course, COVID hit. And like I was just in a dark place. So like I always was into rock, always loved it and appreciated it. But around that time, like I just like I needed something like I needed something mentally to like get me together. You know, like I was just depressed. I was through it. I was stressed out. Like bro, when COVID hit, everybody was out of it, bro. I'm sure you had times where you know what I'm saying, was down and, you know, didn't probably just depressed or whatever. I don't know. You know what I mean? So that like, and that was one thing that I always tried to stress to artists that I was working with when I was a producer. Like, yo, like if you're going to make records, put the emotion in your voice, like mean it. You know what I'm saying? Like emotion, pain, like, you know, character, whatever it is, like make the song sound believable. In rock, bro, like metal, all of that, like you can hear the pain in their voice, the rage, you know what I'm saying? The way they sing, like, bro, to be able to scream in anger and be able to sing and make it sound beautiful, like, bro, like make a grown man cry, like, you know what I'm saying, with the things that they're saying, like it's very hard, like, you know what I'm saying? So just listen to that stuff like more and more and more like that I ever did, like before. I just gradually started like it just started like, I don't know, like just forming into me, and it came out because I was already a great producer. Like I had great ears, I could hear things and, you know, make it happen. You know, I just had a good ear as a producer already. So it just came out naturally. I didn't expect it to, I didn't know it was essentially rock. Like it just came out because that's what was in me. You know, other people had to tell me, yo, this sounds like rock mixed with like it's new. Like, and I'm thinking about like, yo, I guess it does. Like, you know, so it just came into me, bro. I was in a dark place, started listening to a lot of emotional hard rock, and it just changed me, bro. And I just got inspired.
you know, do you feel like the fact that people are kind of getting this rock or metal vibe off your vocals is part of the reason that there sort of seems to be so much controversy and confusion over like your use of the N-word in songs and that sort of thing, because it seems like, you know, it seems like it's being used out of a hip hop context because
I didn't know I honestly know.
Oh no, I'm just saying there's been a lot of comments, and I know you've responded to them where people are like, it sounds racist the way he's saying it. You know what I mean?
Oh, that part. Oh,
yeah.
Oh, I thought it was like something else going on.
No. I'm just like I'm just referring to that.
Oh, to the Genius. Yeah. That was it though. That it's funny because like when I made that record, like I said, that was just a hook. That was just like something that, you know, that could have just went to anybody, and like, you know, I just felt like saying nigga, you know, I could say it, I'm black, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I just felt saying it on a record. And I come from like a well-spoken background. So I guess like people like, you know what I'm saying? Which I understand. I mean, like, you know, people based off what it is that, you know, their perspective is to already know, you know, so they expected me to be a white guy. So I guess they, you know, but I mean, it is what it is. I'm just a well-spoken dude. I mean, I don't like, are we going to keep expecting black people to sound ghetto and white people to sound perfect? Like, I feel like people who think like that are kind of setting themselves up. Like, yo, like, are you just like, you're basically like talking about yourself, like saying that you're meant to do this because of your skin color. Like, I wish people would stop putting color in. Like, if you're black, you can listen to rock. Fuck. You know what I'm saying? You can, you know, if you're white, you can listen to hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like people kind of like set themselves up with that and trying to expect that they should act or do a certain thing because of their skin color. I just think it's kind of weird, but you know, it is what it is. It's 2020. You know, people gonna do what they want to do. Like,
yeah, expectations around lingo and language and I guess, you know, drawl or whatever can be really weird. I mean, there are multiple parts of this country you could go to where you can run into white people that barely have a fucking grasp of the English language. So it's you know, it's whatever. You know, to sort of shift to a couple of personal questions, would you say personally you know, hopefully you have you know, a bit of a background on what I'm about to ask you, but do you personally identify more as like I guess I'll say like a chaotic good or like a lawful evil?
Chaotic good. Well, you know what? I feel like those are really the same in a way, just different, I guess, different perspectives. Like, you know what? I know what you're trying to say. You know how in movies there's a villain, but he's the good guy?
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. We can do that, basically. You know, like, because it's like I'm a scary aesthetic type of dude, but it's all out of rage and all out of frustration for the bigger purpose, for the greater purpose, you know? So, yeah.
So
I scare the enemies away. Fuck it.
So more of like an anti-hero type situation.
They get deep more into anti-hero, exactly.
Oh, you know, just as you were saying, almost like when the villain becomes, you know, the protagonist, the villain becomes the good guy or the savior or something like that. You know, I may not even fully understand it myself, but
yeah.
You know, this one's significant to me and a lot of people in my community. And you may have already seen me on Twitter saying I'm going to ask this question, but who do you main?
Go ahead. What you about to ask? Go ahead.
Oh, who do you main in Super Smash Brothers? Like, who's your go-to? like when you're going to lay down like a severe like red ass beat down on, you know, 7 or 8 other people. Like, who are you going with?
Bro, you know who I'm finna pick, bro.
I don't. I really don't. I feel like, you know, honestly, like there's there's so much discussion around what personality types gravitate toward what characters, and I just don't know. I don't know. Just tell me.
Mario, bro. Come on.
I listen. I thought you were going to say Bowser. I thought you were going to say Ganon. You know, like a heavyweight with a bad attitude.
Yeah, I mean Bowser's fire. Yeah, you can whoop some ass with him.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Mario. Okay, listen, Mario's a great all-arounder. Mario,
he is.
If a good Mario is almost impossible to defeat. So you know, Mario's just hella underrated. Mario's a good pick.
I don't think he's underrated. I think he's a legend. I think people know he's fire.
Yeah, and you know, I think he seems too obvious to a lot of people, and they want to go with whatever character seems really unique or special.
I think they tried to put him in the underrated because he's so main front. They don't want Mario to win the game character. They don't want him to win, you know?
No, I think there is sort of like a degree of that. You know, there's something about Mario where he just seems like very standard, you know, and as a result of that, I think that people sort of shy away from that. But it's the fact that he's so standard that I think makes him such a solid character because he doesn't have like a really obvious Achilles heel, you know.
He's straight to the point. It's like it's no extra. It's not, what's the word? Yeah, like he's just straight to the point. All the extra whatever, he doesn't need it. He's everything that he does. If anything, he's just a super smart dude. That's what people, you know what I'm saying, like being to jump over stuff and, you know what I'm saying, make stuff happen. Like he's a pretty smart guy.
Got it. Okay. All right. That's exactly what I wanted to hear. Thank you. And it was a surprising answer too, so I appreciate that. Again, to go back to the label conversation really quickly before I throw in some fan questions here. At this point right now, do you feel like, your independence is sort of value to you? Do you feel like you're just basically in control of all this right now and you don't need to jump ship to anybody and you just kind of want to see how far you can kind of push this on your own?
Well, the very last thing you said, no, I know. So me, and this is in life, this is just in regardless, like if you're going for something and you're striving for something, no matter what, like, I feel like the person themselves should ask themselves and know whether or not how far they're willing to go. Right. So I know how I got here. I know why I got here. I wanted to get here. I know how long I want to be here. Right. So like, and then not aside, but on top of all that, it's up to the fans. You know, the fans accepted me. The fans said, look, we like this guy. He doesn't have to talk about drugs and shooting people and fucking bitches. We're going to accept him for talking about what it is he talks about, for liking what it is he likes, for looking the way he looks, because we like that he's unique and he's different. He's not giving us the same bullshit. And I appreciate that. Like, the world literally accepted me for making rock star shit. You know what I'm saying? I've never rapped a bar or said whatever, of course, until the whole lot of red, but that's just, inspired and replicating what Carti does, But other than that, like, nah, that's not my style. That's not what I do. You know what I mean? Like, I make stuff that's pure and that's real. And when I'm talking about killing the enemy or whatever, like, I'm serious. Like, the enemy could be depression. The enemy could be a bully at school. You know what I'm saying? And Die Very Rough is very well with something. You could take that and use it for whatever. You know what I mean? Like, I want to make music that can help and inspire people and grow people and bring people together. You know what I mean? I'm a black man making rock music, bro. Like, I'm trying to bring people together, bro.
Which when you say it like that is not really a weird thing, because I mean, rock music's roots are in black culture to begin with.
Hey, you know what, Anthony, bro? Lil Richard, I fuck with you. You just said you just said the most important thing probably in mankind. Yes, rock music's created by black men, bro. But I mean, it does. See, thing is, right? Race, whatever, it doesn't even matter, bro. Like, it's about the music. It's about the appreciation of it. You know what I mean? And like, it's here for all of us to enjoy and love and appreciate. You know what I'm saying? But I really respect and appreciate you for eyeballing that and pointing that out, because it's true.
I wouldn't be the internet's busiest music nerd if I did not know at least that. I didn't know at least that.
Great. Thank you.
Taking some of the questions that people are throwing out here, not only through the tab, but also in chat. Unknown Geek 77 wants to know, or 777 wants to know if
name. Sorry to cut you off. So sorry. What? Say one more time.
Unknown Geek 777.
Unknown Geek 777. Shout out you, bro. I don't know what you're about to ask, but thank you for asking me a question, bro. Unknown Geek 777. I'm gonna do this every time you someone has a question. I'm gonna shout them out. I'm gonna give it to them personally from Mario.
I'm gonna give you the space to do that.
Thank you.
They want to know if at all in school were you a theater kid? Do you have a theater background at all? Like, is that a thing that either you did or maybe at some point would you be interested in doing?
Interest, I don't know. That's and it's funny because like when the record came out and people were saying, Disney villain and WWE, like, it was mad funny. And then when people kept saying it, like, I thought to myself, like, yo, like, I guess it kind of does have like an opera vibe to it. Like, I had no idea. Like I said, like, when I was making that record, I was just I don't even know what type of vibe I was. I don't know what came into me and made me do that. Like, cause I like to be and like when I wake up every day, bro, and I'm shocked and I'm surprised. And I'm gonna tell you why. Like, I've never heard the type of music that I'm making, and I'm the one making it. Like, I don't know how I'm doing this, bro. Like, I really don't. Like, it's like I think sometimes, like, yo, like, what's going on? Like, how am I able to like it's bro? Like, when before June 19th was the first day I dropped my first record. That was what today? It's December now, you know. So yeah, uh, just not too long ago. First record and the second record, in fact, was Diver Rough, but it was just the audio only, wasn't the music video. The music videos what blew it up. But anyways, like, bro, before June 19th, whatever, like before January was the month I started actually songwriting and recording and getting used to it. Before that, bro, I didn't sing a lyric in my life. I didn't know how to sing. I didn't know I could sing. Like I'm serious. Like, bro, like I know it's crazy. It's hard to believe, but bro, like I never, bro, like when we were in school and the kids were at the lunch table rapping, I was the one making the beat. Like I wasn't in the group rapping, bro. Like I didn't know how to do that stuff, bro. I didn't know how to sing. I just didn't, that wasn't me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just would beatbox and stuff like that. But like I said, like the pain and the emotion that I was going through, bro, like I've been through a lot, bro. I used to carry my equipment on the side of the street, bro. Like book bag, microphone and everything, laptop and everything, like walking across the city. No money, bro. Just like trying to look for artists to work with, bro. Because I had no opportunities. Like I was trying to make it happen. Taking the MARTA bus. A MARTA bus is like the bus, you know, in Atlanta. Like just trying to like make it happen. Trying to find out. It was terrible, bro. And it was a bad experience. But like it got me where I'm at now, bro. And I've been through a lot. And I'm really grateful, like for everything that's going on. And that's why I say like whatever situation, like label or whatever like that, it's up to the fans, bro. Like I was dead, like broke, had nothing, bro. Was walking on side looking like a homeless man, bro. Like literally, I would also carry a table with me, a lunch, like a foldable table, like a black table about this big, like a dinner table, whatever you can put in your house. I would carry that with me and set that up on a corner of a street, like where like a sidewalk, whatever, like that. Cars going and make beats on the side of the street, trying to get people's attention. Like, look, I'm out here, I'm working. Like, let me get an opportunity, rapper, somebody, you know, buy a beat, whatever, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, bro, I was talented. My beats were good. The thing is, it's just like local rappers, you know, around that time and still kind of do to this day. And it's kind of fucked up how they treat producers. But a lot of artists, bro, don't treat their producers right, bro. They expect them to keep making them free beats and, you know, and it's like, bro, the producer is the foundation, it's the music. Like, how could you not give a fuck about him? You know what I'm saying? It was just too many artists not like paying me for my beats and expecting me. Like, for instance, the Big Yap video. Like, that was an artist that, like, I used to work with, and he never paid me for my beats and ever. And one of the beats that I gave him was, in fact, the Big Yap beat. Yeah. And I ended up using the beat because it's my beat. He never paid for it. He didn't have a contract for it or anything like that. So he's upset now that it blew up. So he ended up filing the copyright and got to take it down. And I'm like, yo, like, how dare you get mad because I'm using my own beat? Like, you didn't pay for this beat. There's no contract or nothing like that. Like, you're getting upset with me because I'm doing what it is and I'm grinding and I'm putting in the work. Like, back in the day when I was trying to work with you and putting all this work, you slapped me basically slapped me in the face saying that you don't want to work with me. Like, just a slap to the face. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck you. Like, I don't care about your work. You know what I'm saying? And I stopped working with him. And, you know, it is what it is, though. I mean, you know, like, stuff happened. You know, people get jealous, but at the end of the day, bro, like, it's all about the fans, bro. Like, I could care less about that. When it happened, I was pissed, but now I'm just like, fuck, everything happens for a reason. That's another thing I want to tell people. Like, bro, like, if something happens in your life, try not to dwell on it. I mean, no matter how bad it is, like, everything happens for a reason. What don't kill you makes you stronger, and I live by that. You know, like, trying to stay mad and upset about something is only going to make, because it's like, all right, you know, I don't know, your big brother slaps you on the hand super hard and it hurts. What for a straight week, are you just going to be upset and cry and mad that happened? Like, it's been a week. Like, what, you know, it happened. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you can get mad at that moment. All right, cool, whatever, you know, tell mom, whatever, it doesn't matter. But there's no reason to keep being mad because it's over. It's done. It happened. What can you do? That was a week ago. You know what I'm saying? I feel like us as human beings, we dwell too much on past situations and let that keep resonating in our mind. And that's what drives us crazy and makes us depressed and it makes us stressed and creates other further situations that make other situations, that creates other situations. All this is built off of stress, you know? So I'm just blessed, man. I'm grateful. Anything, like, it just doesn't matter, because it doesn't matter, bro. Like, I'm grateful. I used to be out of the street, bro. I'm grateful.
You know, now that you've sort of focused things a little bit more on, you know, your own solo career and your vocals and so on and so forth, do you still maintain a lot of ambitions as a producer? Do you still want to keep producing your own stuff? Do you hope to one day to like sort of land a beat on some rapper, you know, even like a Carti album, you know?
Yeah, that would be fire. But yeah, I'm with, you know, it essentially, bro, like, and I was thinking about this recently, like, wow, like, you know, before I get into that, like, me being an artist, another reason why I started being an artist, because I looked at it like this as a producer perspective. Like, all right, if I can't get a placement or whatever because it's hard and I'm trying to make it as a producer, I'll play the artist role and I'll give myself a placement. And essentially, that's what I've done so far. I've given myself plenty of placements. Not very rough. You know, all these records I've been producing. So it's kind of lit. You know what I'm saying? Like, because it's like, my dad always taught me this. Like, I used to play football when I was younger. You know, I would get upset sometimes when we would lose games. I tell my dad, like, yo, like, I'm going hard on the field. Like, what's going on? Like, why are we not winning? And he would tell me, like, well, you know what, son? If it was 20 U's out there, I guarantee you will win. And what he means by that is, you know, you can't depend on someone else to do their part. And that's when he got me into boxing. He was like, in this sport, it's all about you. It's all about you. When everybody leaves the gym and you wake up in the middle of the night and you decide to go run. And then when you decide to fight that man in the ring, it's you and him. So it's like, you're not dependent. It's you and that one man. And essentially what I'm doing, what I was doing as a producer, I was relying and dependent on a rapper to take me serious and rap on my beat and blow it up. You know what I'm saying? Because that's kind of what producers are dependent on starting out, is for a rapper to blow their beat up, you know? So, and that's up to the rapper. If the rapper isn't going to work, or more or less not even, you know, pay for beats, then it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, damn. So that's when I came in and said, fuck it. I already know how to engineer and I know how to make beats. You know, I kind of know how to be an artist. Fuck it. You know, let me put all the information and everything that I've learned of being a good producer and trying to help develop artists because I'm a good producer, and use it for myself. And we're here now. You know what I mean? So it's a blessing, bro.
Okay, so this next question comes from Cursed Kid 1. Do you want to give a shout out?
Kid 1, right?
That's it.
Shout out Cursed Kid 1! Yeah!
He wants to know if you will speak to the way that memedom, meme culture, has sort of impacted your rise in popularity.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. Like, I'm glad that my song helped you guys and gave you humor. And if you were in a bad situation, if something happened to you that week and that song put a smile on your face and made you make a meme that made other people laugh, put a smile on their face, hey, thank you, man. Like, you know, I just want to make the world better, you know, if I can. If not, then fuck it. I mean, you know, it is what it is, you know. Can't everybody be a superhero? You know what I mean? Like, I'm here on this earth to do what it is I'm able to do. You know, whatever that I'm capable of doing, that's what it is, you know? So yeah, I'm glad that I could make people happy, you know? So this is amazing. Like, they were funny to me. I liked it. They enjoyed me when I was upset, and I looked at a meme that made me happy, made me smile. So yeah, keep making them.
For some reason, a bunch of people keep repeating in chat, tell Mario that Kid Cudi is on Whole Lotta Red.
Yes.
That's what people keep saying. People keep repeating that again and again and again. I don't know if that's a meme or something that people have been dying to tell you, or something that people need to tell you.
Are they talking about the song Kid Cudi or actually Kid Cudi?
I'm not entirely sure. Would either mean something to you? I know there's, you know, a track sort of related to him on the record, but also, like, are you a Kid Cudi fan yourself?
I personally never got into him, but he's a very talented man.
I mean, most likely they're probably talking about the track or something, or they're saying there's sort of like an update on Carti's IG right now, which I don't. Maybe I should look at this and sort of put this
right now.
Maybe I should look at this.
In fact, let me take a water break while you look at that.
All right, yeah, just grab a water, and Okay, so it's like it's literally a picture of Playboi Carti with like Kid Cudi. So I think there's going to be some kind of like
I know. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I think there's going to be some
under that.
There's going to be some kind of like crossover here. I'm assuming.
Okay.
Yeah. So he will be on the album. He says so. Kid Cudi will be on the new record.
Oh, cool.
Which I think Cudi is kind of an interesting specimen when it comes to a lot of this too, because he's somebody for a long time, especially in the 2000s when he did catch at least some, flack for it in the late 2000s, or at least some people looked at it in a way where they didn't understand it. And in some points in the 2010s too, like with Wizard, he's somebody who hasn't really been shy about finding ways to fuse hip hop and rock, but with, more of a hip hop context behind it too, okay. But maybe, more influenced by like grunge or Nirvana or, something like that. Okay. But again, you seem to be coming very much at it from like a metal perspective. And again, I in a way love that, you're paying homage to, and, you're just so deeply connected to, these artists like Linkin Park and these artists like Disturbed too, because it's been a long time since I've heard anything that sort of seems to embody that in any way whatsoever.
Yeah. Agree.
All right. Yeah. So, we've let you guys know about the Carti post. Thank you for,
thank you, rock stars.
Thank you for letting us all know. We appreciate that. We appreciate that live update. Mr. Lasagna 73. You can
Mr. Lasagna 73.
Yes.
Shout out, Mr. Lasagna 73. Yeah.
He keeps asking this question. I don't know why you would feel this way, especially since, you've kind of like, copied his music consciously, but, do you feel any type of way about the Carti comparisons that you've been getting? Or I guess, maybe to sort of further ask that question, do you feel like at this point where your career is so young, that you may get pigeonholed as like the guy who did the Carti thing as opposed to, the rock star Mario Judah?
No, I want right now people to like, yeah, that's the guy that made a whole lot of red happen. Also, he's also a rock star. He's doing his rock star shit right now, and we also appreciate him for that. Fuck it.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, that sort of seems...
That's literally the goal. Like, I want everybody to know that Mario Judah is responsible and worked his ass off to get Playboi Carti to drop his album, because that was literally the goal. Like, I need this man to drop his album. I do. And even if they don't know, I don't care. I just want him to drop his album. That's why I'm doing it. Just solely drop his album. Not really even to be known or looked at. Like, I want the man to drop his album. Like, if you want to know what's funny, if let's say Playboi Carti DM'd me right now and gave me a secret link to his album, I have his album now. I'm good. I wouldn't even think about it because now I have his album. And I'd be satisfied. I'd feel kind of bad because the rest of the world can't have it and he'd be only giving it to me. But at that point, I have his album, and I'd be satisfied because I just want to hear it. I really want to hear it. I really do.
All right, we have a couple of quick questions from Toy Machines H. Toy Machines.
Toy Machines H! Shout out to you, bro! Yeah!
This person wants to know, do you like Death Grips, and what's your favorite anime?
Favorite anime? Hunter X, excuse me. And yeah.
And the Death Grips question, are you into Death Grips music at all? Oh, okay, yeah. Okay. Well there you go. There you go. Mario, of course Mario Judah is aware of the Death Grips. We can't be surprised by that.
Yeah. Of course.
And there's also just a lot of love in chat. Mario is my spirit animal.
Hey, whoever said that, I love you, bro. Fuck yeah.
And someone also wants to know if you're into 100 Gex. That's always asked in chat, no matter what happens.
District loves them, bro. They have like this like high-pitched auto-tune gaming world type of vibe. It's pretty dope. Me personally, I don't listen to them very often, but I definitely respect the uniqueness. Definitely.
That sort of gives me an interesting question. So right now in like music currently, Would you say there's any artist out there that you would be as passionate for the release of other than Playboi Carti? Like, would you do this per se to like force Outkast to come out with a new album or something like that?
Oh, we're doing
yeah.
that. Okay, I understand your question. All right. Wow. So you're basically saying anybody.
Well, it could be anybody, but depending on your own level of your own level of passion, is there anybody else out there that you'd go as hard for to get them to release their album?
Man, that's a wonderful question. That's a really good question, bro. Like I enjoy that you're asking this. Like I feel like I'm on a playground right now, bro. This question is amazing. Wow. Oh man, but then it's so hard because I have to think of one, bro. Oh man. Because it's like it's so many ways you can go about it with this question. Like, but then again, it wouldn't make sense to say that wouldn't make sense. It has to be someone who's not releasing music anymore. Okay, that not okay. Oh man, bro. Because when you said Outkast, that lets me know you like I can talk about legends as well, not just like shit, bro. I gotta skip this one, bro.
Honestly, I think it's a good thing to think about. And if this works,
you're saying anybody, bro.
Well, it could be.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Could be current, could be old, could be whatever. All I'm saying is that if this works,
right. So current.
Yeah, current could just be current.
Well, I'm gonna do each current, and we're talking about hip hop. So right now,
yeah.
So someone else that's in the Carti, not Carti lane, but in the Carti like modern era. You know what I'm saying? Modern hip hop. Okay,
hey, whatever.
That's not okay. I was gonna say Chief Keef, but like I think he released recently, so nah, I'm not gonna say him. But give me a second here.
It doesn't even necessarily need to be somebody who is or isn't releasing music right now. Like hypothetically, if Chief Keef were to stop putting out music, would you sort of mobilize yourself to just sort of?
Yeah, niggas. Yeah, I'm doing all of that.
Look, I'm just saying this and bringing this up because this could be almost like a regular part of your cycle. If this works, a whole lot of Red will be out. Then you could put out your album, and then maybe you could do a little side detour and figure out who else can.
Who else can drop that shit? No cap. Kendrick Lamar, you are not safe. Drop.
Thank you.
Everybody knows this. Everyone.
Like hypothetically, like let's say if we had to wait another 2 years for like a SZA album, would you then just be like, I'm gonna do this? I'm just gonna pull off the SZA record for her. Essentially, I don't know. It's just a thought.
Hey man, artists, everyone in the world, drop your shit, man. That's all I'm about to say. Drop your shit. Your fans hear it, man. Quit holding shit up. Give them what they want, man. Just saying.
Okay. I think you've posed a real threat there. I'll say that.
Shit.
All right. Look, as we wrap up, are there any sort of parting thoughts that you want to leave everyone in chat with, your passionate fans, the rock stars?
Well, first, Anthony, bro, thank you, man, for having me on your platform and wanting to speak to me directly. I really do appreciate this. You have a wonderful character, a great demeanor, a great spirit as well. And the talk that we had, it really resonated. You asked the right questions. Nothing was clouded or disrespectful. This was a great interview. I really appreciate this, man. And for the Rockstar fans, man. Yeah! I love all of you so much. Let's go. I love you all. Wow.
Wow.
That is what I have to say.
That's incredible. Like you were, I think the audio didn't even come through all the way because I think you were so loud during all of that. Like not even all the audio came through. Like it was, I think you broke the phone.
Wow. Hey man, I'm breaking anything for the Rockstar fans. Anything. And you too, bro.
Thank you.
Welcome.
All right. Have a good night, man. And listen, everything that you're coming out with and doing, we're going to be paying attention. So keep it up.
Thank you. Thank you, man. I really appreciate it. Thank you again. Have a great night. Everybody have a great night. Sleep good. Real good. Yeah.
Good night, man.
See you later, bro.
Bye.
See you.